All right, so we're doing a little better. We got the shave, we got the haircut. It's not perfect, but I'm taking it. I'm happy. Better than last. Geez, people were in the comments like, you look like a bum. Alan's going through something. We got a banger of a game. We recorded this just the other day. We've got Cyrus, my co-host from another coast, the best editor on the planet. The guy, I really appreciate all the work he does, but he's in here today playing Tevesh Kraum. You know what this Grixis pile does. It's scary. It uses all the Grixis strikes. Fucking Grixis. I'm on Dino. I love this thing. I can't get enough. I gotta spice it up and play something else, but I can't get enough of this Dino. It just feels natural, feels good. Sleeves and Dweebs coming through with, looking at the list that's behind the camera here. Marneus. I've played against this Marneus deck a few times. The first time I ran into it was out in Philly, and it terrifies me. They get a Smothering Tithe on the field, and all of a sudden they've got just, oh god, it's terrible. It's just so much mana. And next we've got YawgGoth. You may recognize him if you go to events, that sort of thing. He is on Boomer Magic. YawgGoth's playing that Tayam. This thing is crazy. I don't understand how it works. I know it uses counters and loops from the graveyard. It's Boomer cEDH at its best. Enjoy the show, guys. Thank you so much. If you want to support the channel, the absolute best #1 way you can do it is join our Patreon. And now we've got a Patreon league. It's been firing off. You get signed up for one game every 2 weeks with like other patrons, and there's even a little prize. Not a big prize because we don't want anybody like spiking too hard, but a little prize. We're also going to shout out the sponsors as always. Moxfield.com, the best deck building website on the entire internet. Quivertime.com, 10% off all of your Quivertime products when you use the code BIGDRAWS at checkout. And of course, huge love to TopDeck.gg. In 3 weeks, I will be at the Top Deck Invitational doing my signature floor coverage, and a lot of love to Iron Deck tournaments as well. They put on some of the best Eternal format webcam-based and now IRL-based tournaments as well. Last but not least, we're going to throw in that same video bump we did last week. Go hit the link below if you want to order this playmat. It's on the Kickstarter now. There's so many good incentives, tokens, gold foil signatures, all that stuff. Aaron Miller is an incredible artist, and Kraum, as showcased here today with Cyrus's Tevesh Kraum deck. Kraum is a cEDH staple, so grab this while you can, guys, at the link below. Enjoy the video, enjoy the bump for the Tevesh Kraum playmat, enjoy the song KRAUMBAT, KRAUMBAT, KRAUMBAT. Our buddy Jay made that song, and he's an absolute beast. So big love to everybody out there. Thank you again for watching.
We'll draw for turn. Underground River is land for turn. Sensei's Divining Top.
Ooh.
I'll pass the turn.
Oh, that wasn't a good draw. Verdant Catacombs for a Taiga, and I will pass.
I would draw a Godless Shrine. I'm going to pay 2. Hoping that you can't play Atali. I'm going to seal.
I don't think I'm going to get an Atali turn 2, but I'm never going to say there's no way. Unless you guys want to play a lot of artifacts and enchantments real fast.
We're going to Misty Rainforest, crack that. Got to buy you out of there. We're dropping a Crypt.
Yeah.
Chrome.
Ooh.
Oh, one step closer.
Exiling a Nazgul.
All right, yeah. Oh, exiling a Nazgul.
We're going to Green Sun Zenith for 2.
Ooh, Green Suns for 2.
That's just our Wall of Roots back. We'll just put a counter on the Wall of Roots, and we're going to pass after that.
Heck. Draw. The Marsh Flats, and I crack it for a Badlands, and then I pass.
Play Forest and a Destiny Spinner, and I'll pass.
On your end step, I'm going to throw a counter on the roots.
Mana Crypt and a blue for a Ristic Study.
Don't like that.
I'll flash in a Fairy Mastermind.
And then I will pass.
End step, I'm going to put a counter on the Wall of Root. Mana Crypt trigger here. Evens is Pain. That's a 2. That's damage. Draw. Windswept Heath. Crack that. Savannah. We'll float a green, play Tayam, and that's going to be our turn. Ristic on Tayam. I will not pay this time around.
Pay 1 and spin top and upkeep this boy up here. Draw for turn. Glittering Caves of Aglabond. Well, Atali runs Treasonous Ogre.
It
so I'm
does.
going to attack you for 2 in the air.
Yup.
That's going to be my turn.
Oh. Huh. Mountainous land for turn. I'll be a spooky piece of shit.
Uh-oh.
Uncounterable hunting velociraptor.
Oh boy.
Ooh, girl.
And that's that.
Going to-
yeah, no payment. Draw your card. Enjoy your card.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Hope you win.
On your end step, Alan,
Let's
I'm
go.
going to do a Tayam activation with Wall of Roots.
Oh boy.
And my Mana Crypt here. Wall of Roots goes up to 5, but then goes back down to 2. And where else?
How does
Rosie Cotton of the South Lane and a Devoted Druid.
How does it go up and down? Can you explain the interaction? Sorry to be.
No, this is the question I get the most playing this deck. I use its mana ability to pay for the Tayam, puts a counter on, but it also at the same time removes the counters before the state-based action basically kills the Wall of Roots.
Does the remove counters as part of the cost, huh?
Right.
Interesting. I didn't know that little trick. That's some
Yeah, just keep
That's
it
cool.
CEDH time shit right
That
there.
is the goofy
High tech.
one there. Put the Devoted Druid into play. And you're good, Sleep.
All right. Oh my
Gosh.
God. The odds weren't my favorite. Alistair.
Vigilance.
Misty Rainforest. Bracket. Underground Sea. I'm going to tap out Marneus. Nice.
End step, I'm going to float with Wall Roots, put a counter on there. And go to turn. Oh, Mana Crypt actually first. Odds in my favor. That is another 3. Okay, Llanowar Wastes for turn. Tap the Devoted Druid for 1 green. And we'll have 1 green floating. We'll put a -1/1 counter on it to untap it. Tap it again for 2 green. Use one of the Wall of Roots and add a counter there. To remove the -1 counter, the Vigilance counter, and 1 from the Wall of Roots. Get a time activation. Get back a Llanowar Elves. We'll enter with a Vigilance counter. I think I'm just going to pass there and hold up.
We'll go digging the top again. Draw. Ottawara is going to be my land for turn. Okay, well, I'm going to try a thing because I need to do something. We'll tap the top to draw. Put this up on top. Right of Flame for 2 red. You may draw. About Ristic, but you know, you just got to do it. Put a wheel on the stack. We'll have the Ristic trigger go on top here, and then I'll respond to that with flashing a Bowmasters over top.
Oh no!
And now there's a Ristic trigger on top of that as well.
Oh, fucking no.
I'm going to draw.
Super
so
bad.
hopefully we
Yeah.
can do something about that. Oh,
Draw for that first Ristic trigger. That's your second draw of the turn. I will take. Is this a May? You know it's not.
No,
so
you
I will
draw a
draw
lot of
from
stuff.
the fairy.
I will pitch
yeah, but
an Elvish Spirit Guide to cast a Veil of Summer and draw
Okay.
a card. Was really hoping for a pyro, whatever it is, deal 4 damage for free. A deal 4 damage for free.
Pyrokinesis or whatever it is.
Yeah. Deal 4 damage for free would have been pretty cool right now.
Bowmasters upon the stack.
I'm gonna dig a little bit just to see what we
Sure.
can do here. Put a -1/1 counter on the Devoted Druid to untap it. Tap it for green. 1 green floating. Counter on Wall of Roots. Another green floating. Moxen here. We're gonna remove the counter from the Devoted Druid and 2 counters from the Wall of Roots. Get a time activation. A Metastatic Evangel, Boromir, Warden of the Tower, and an Endurance. Boromir comes in with a Vigilance counter.
And then Cyrus just deals 21 damage to your whole fucking face, right?
Hey, right, yeah. I protected my board at least.
Back on Bowmasters.
Sure.
All right, we got a Ristic trigger right here that I'm not paying for.
I'm not going to draw.
Or on wheel then, I'll be pitching a Ledger Shredder and a Divining Top.
Pitching the Conqueror's Flail, the One Ring, and a Dockside Extortionist. Fucking
Nice.
cool.
Felwar, Sword, Silence, Arid Mesa, Phyrexian Metamorph, Ottawara, Swamp.
Oh, just that
Pitching
Krenak, huh?
Nazgul, Scurry Oak, and a Feyburrow Elder.
7. All right, we'll get 21 Bowmaster triggers onto the stack.
Kiss your fucking creatures goodbye.
I will also get some Fairy Mastermind triggers off Yawg and Allen. We're going to point 2 of these Bowmaster at the Devoted Druid, just to try to
Okay.
get that Boromir
Recycling the
activation.
Boromir activation.
Yeah.
I do
that
get a temp
seems-
Yeah,
when
nothing
Boromir
crazy.
dies. I'll make the Llanowar Elves my ring bearer.
We'll use 5 of the activations to take out your board, Alan.
Boo!
5 more activations at Marneus. Yeah, YawgFace. 9 of them. I think the thing to do from there is go Lotus Petal.
What? Fuck, he's got
Back.
more.
What?
I
You got
do
more?
have more. It's
Oh
kind of
my
wild. Lotus
God.
Petal for Mana Vault. Then
Ooh.
we're gonna be a big ol' stinky jerk and go Mana Vault for Cursed Totem.
Oh
Okay.
no! Absolutely not. Come
Jesus.
on.
Okay,
I mean, I do. Can I actually do anything about that? Let's see. Any responses over on the other side there?
No, just bitching and
Yeah.
moaning.
This bitch. Yeah. Okay.
Boo, Boo Cyrus.
Untap my Devoted Druid, putting a -1/1 counter. Tap it for green. 1 green floating.
Oh, I had 2 Ristic triggers. You want some Bowmaster triggers?
Yeah, I'll take some Bowmaster triggers. 2 bigger, and I will do that 2 damage to... let's go Alan.
I'm gonna use my Mana Crypt, the 1 floating, and we'll use the last 3 counters here. Get a Tayam activation. Basking Brood Scale,
Ooh.
Leyline of Abundance, and a Enlightened Tutor. Let's get the Brood Scale back. Oh my god, I think I'm like, okay. Brood Scale comes back, gets a Vigilance counter. Untap Devoted Druid, put a counter on it. Druid, float a green. Tap 3, remove all 3, the Vigilance counter, the Vigilance counter, and the Devoted Druid's counter to do a Tayam activation. Oppo, Godless Shrine, and Circle of Dreams Druid. Rosie from the graveyard.
Yeah, damn.
Rosie and Basking go infinite, allowing me to cycle through my deck.
How
How
does
yeah, how
break
do
it
the 2
down.
of those go infinite just for...
Sure. Alright,
not because
Root-
I don't know for the video.
I don't know.
You know.
So here's how it goes. Rosie enters the battlefield, create a food token. Whenever you create a food token, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control other than Rosie. So I will put a 1/1 counter on the Brute Scale. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on the Brute Scale, you may create a token, a Eldrazi spawn that can sacrifice at a colorless mana. So basically I make, 100,000 Eldrazi spawn.
Yeah, the Rosie is when you make a token, you get
You make a token.
a 1/1 counter, and then they go, oh, okay.
They just go back and forth, making me an infinite amount of Eldrazi spawns that all enter with counters because of Tayam and all can sacrifice for mana, allowing me to just cycle Tayam activations of, and I can pull it out here, Tract, which is just, I can
Oh, amazing.
do 2 damage somewhere, sack it, bring it back, 2 damage, sack it, bring it back, 2 damage, sack it, bring it back.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's
Incredibly
Yeah, dude,
sweet.
that's-
On top of the Cursed Totem, GG.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking ripperoni.
that is my first CEDH win there.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
On the stack, too.
Yeah,
on the stack.
Boomer cEDH does it again. It's wild. This is 2 weeks in a row? Did Zer win that last one? I don't remember. But in any case, Boomer cEDH, it's real, it's out here, it's entertaining. Play the decks you feel most comfortable with. Thank you so much for watching. Again, consider joining that Mental Miss League. It's gonna be awesome to play some games with you and help support the channel as well. Be safe out there, guys.